Alright, welcome everybody, this is D-Man. I'm going to do an intro video on how to use Blender, Fuse, and GIMP to import your own clothing into Fuse.
Alright, welcome everybody, this is D-Man. Going to do an intro video on how to use
And sorry about that, it was echoing. I had to turn my speaker off. Alright, so let's get started here. Alright, first thing you want to do is you want to go to the Mixamo website. Go down to the, I think the very bottom, or let's see. Keep going. Let's see. Alright, well, I mean, first of all, you want to do really is to go to the Mixamo, website. Go ahead and go to Products, Create, Fuse Preview, and get Fuse Preview. Alright, so you get the Fuse Preview, Fuse Preview, 3 GB, Windows or Mac. I've got Windows. Download that, and it will download this program right here. And you can create actual models you can put in here. You can open new model. You can create models based off their database. You can add clothing to. You can create you can create your character and add clothing to this model based off their inventory. This one I created. This is a shirt I created. So you can go through their database. But this video mainly is how to actually alter, I guess, what they have and add your own. And I'm assuming that the model will work the same way if you're importing your own created clothing. Next thing you want to do is make sure that you have Blender downloaded, which this is the Blender I have right now, which is the 2.74, and theirs is 2.75a. So I haven't downloaded the new one. Also, make sure you go to GIMP.org, download GIMPs, or you can use Paint.net or Photoshop. I've been mainly using GIMP for this. I'll be using it for this tutorial. And so open up GIMP, and this is what it kind of looks like. And you can, it's pretty much a way of altering photos. So basically you'll be using Blender, Fuse, and GIMP. Let's go back to let's go to tutorials. To get Miko tutorial, you basically go in here and go to education, products, education, and then I went down. Well, I'll say education. That's not it. Let's see. There should be a. Trying to remember how to actually get to it. All those, a link right here is community. It's under the community thing, but basically you go under the knowledge base and search for importing clothing. Search. and then creating custom fused clothing. And then this kind of walks you through it. Start from a base character. Just to note, if you're wanting to import your clothing or alter their clothing, just go ahead and make sure that you have the content creator pack downloaded, which when you unzip it, this is the folder. I put it wherever I wanted it. This is what's inside that folder. For the clothing part, just go to example files, open the clothing files, and when you actually import, you need to make sure that you have the object that you, the object of the clothing, like the shirt, a AO map, a mask map, a normal map, and an occult map, which it will show you down here the files that you need. At the very bottom. Basically, you just need to make sure that you have these files and make sure that they are named like this. Whatever the model that you created, make sure that the object model matches the rest of them. Like this one is top male fit a ASU rolled up sleeves dot obj. That's your object file, and then make sure that up to the end of the object is the same on all these files, and then underscore the type of file. Like AO would be the AO would be your ambient oscillator map. Your detailed diffuse would be your overlay. It's optional. The mask would be that color one up here in this tutorial right here. And the normal map, the NM, of course that's obvious, the normal map. And then your OC mask would be this one, which is that last one. And the normal, the mask, the AO, and the detailed diff are all based off from the clothing. So if it's a t-shirt or whatever it is, it's going to be based off the mesh for the clothing. The last one, you're actually going to generate it off from the you're going to base it off from the male fit A model. So, and I'll show you that. So let's move on to the next part. So basically, you would just want to make sure that you have each of these files. You have the object file, the normal map, the mask, the AO, the detail diff is optional. That's only if you're doing like a tattoo or a something on the shirt like a logo. And but mandatory, 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 and mandatory for this to work. Optional. All right. So let's move on to the next part. So the way I suggest to do this is to load all of the parts for the fit. So I'm going to create a new one just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so you've just opened up Fuse for the first time after you download it. You have nothing here. You create a new model, and usually it starts off with the head. So let's go ahead and go there. Make sure that you pick the male fit A. And then male fit A body. Or female fit A. You can always do the female if you're doing the female. But right now I'm just going to do the male. Because like in this video, or in this tutorial, when you're creating your clothing or you're altering their clothing, so forth, you want to make sure that you're using the male fit A or the female fit A. So male fit A, make sure all the parts are male fit A or female fit A, not mismatch or anything like. The whole model is all based off from that. Alright, so I've got the male fit A model in, and what I did, just as a saving tool, I went ahead and save as and I saved it as male fit A where I could find it in a file. I could find it. All right, the next step I did is, all right, say you're going to alter your own clothing, or not your own, alter their clothing. This one right here is the one I've already created and imported and changed and all that. I'm going to kind of show you how I did that. What I did was I went down and I took this crew neck t-shirt and I exported it. But the way I exported it to help me out was, all right, say you go into texture and you want to texture this shirt, but you can texture it and it's all fine and dandy, but you want to add a logo to it. Well, the only way I found to do this is to export the model and the t-shirt into Blender and then create those files I had showed you. And create these files in Blender. The normal map, when you export, will automatically export in there, so you won't have to worry about that. You're going to have to create this one, this one, this one, and this one. Like I said, this one's optional. This one right here. The rest of them are mandatory. So you don't have to create this one. It'll already be exported out for you. You're going to have to create this one. Easiest way to do is GIMP. I'm going to use GIMP, but basically take this one or the diff photo, which I'll show you. I'm going to export it and show you what I'm talking about. Now what I did was I changed these fabric to the colors that it's going to ask you to import them. The main fabric was red. The sleeves were green. The trim was black. Actually, no, take that back. Trim was yellow. The cuffs were magenta, which is like a pinkish purple. The thread was the one that was black. Alright, so basically when you export this, it's going to export the actual map for this. So let's go ahead and export it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So go to File, Export Model as OBJ. Hit OK. And then export it to where you want it. And I think I've already exported it. Okay, that's not it. Test t-shirt. All right. So this is what exports. When it exports, it's going to export. It's going to export your object. It's going to export a diffuse map, which is just what the skin is. It's going to export you a gloss. As for the body, gloss for the body, normal for the body, and a specular for the body. Now this is not the mask that we're going to create. This is just the diffuse of the shirt, or the skin for the shirt. And so you just need to make sure that you go ahead and open this up in GIMP. File, open. So, well, actually, that's not it. That's what I created afterwards. But let's see. File, open, and go to desktop. Clothing, t-shirts, test t-shirts. Alright, and there's the diffused. Alright, so this is the diffused. This is the skin for the shirt. That's what your shirt's going to look like. Now, like I said, to import it, you need those 4 to 5 files. So I took this,